like the film.
You didn't like the film. Did you like Sid?
I didn't like the film, no, I didn't like what they did with it, but I didn't know what the film was going to be like when I wrote the song. I just wrote the most emotional sort of, it's a sad song, you know.
Yeah.
But it's happy in a way, because they're sort of reunited somewhere else, you know.
Yeah. Did you empathise with Sid Vicious? Did you sympathise with, the way he lived and the way he ended up?
Well, at the time I was living pretty much the same way.
Yeah. Do you worry at all about your own mortality?
No, well, everybody does, don't they?
I do.
But I mean, you do.
Yeah, only last night I was worrying about my mortality.
What sort of thoughts come into your head about your own mortality? I mean, you're a young
Scary,
woman.
Dying, the whole idea of dying is scary.
And is that all there is?
Yeah, and just the whole thing of, what are we all doing here? How does the earth hang in space? And what's going to happen to me when I die? And is it going to be slow and painful? That kind of thing.
It's the dying rather
the
than
actual
the death.
dying, yeah, I think, yeah. But I think also if you get through birth, which must be the most difficult passage, I think death is probably a breeze. You know what I mean?
When you watch people who've had a long illness, they tend to slip away rather than, they stop fighting at a certain point.
I think living is harder, probably.
Yeah, living is hard. And some people, like Shane, make living a lot harder than it need be.
Well, I don't know, you see, but again, everyone's different, you know what I mean? And everyone makes their own rules and lives their life according to their own thing. So, do you know what I mean? What's difficult for you might not be difficult for Shane, do you know what I mean? And vice versa.
We can't get in under each other's skins and really know what it's like to be.
Yeah.
I reckon I'll live, yeah.
You could well do. I hope you haven't any plans for my immediate demise. That's the only thing. I noticed in rehearsing, Shane, that you really love doing what you do. Do you enjoy the bits in between, like the travelling? You're doing a big tour of America fairly soon?
Well, it's not. Well, I've done lots of big tours of America, But a big tour of America goes on for months.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do one of those, no.
But do you look forward to that, or do you only get your charge when the gig is on and the bits in between are tedious?
No, getting to the gigs, sound checking, all the travelling, if you travel the right way, if you can get it together, like with bus and boat. If you can get that together, but with American stuff you have to use planes. I hate planes.
Fear of flying?
No, they just treat me like a piece of...
They really do they? When you check in, they kind of spit to one side and then...
No, they spit straight at me.
What about songwriting? I don't know when you write songs. What does it have to be? A particular set of circumstances, a particular quiet time, or could you do it in the back of the bus as you're going to a gig? Or
mostly I do mine in airplanes, actually, up in the air. There's nothing else to think about particularly. So, but it's different. There's no rules. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't say there's any rules anyway. It's always.
It's just for Shane. People would reckon with the life you lead, or that you're characterised as leading, that where do you get the time to write a song?
Well, I don't live the life I'm characterised as leading, I like a few drinks, and like I've had a lot of good ideas for songs in pubs, you know what I mean? But there's no set rule for when you're suddenly gonna get a blast of inspiration or whatever it is, And
do you find
it's something that happens usually, or a story somebody tells you, or you just remember something that happened to you or whatever. My songs aren't intensely personal like Morrissey's, for instance. They're not all about me.
Okay. You're performing quite clearly.
Yours are universal,
Yeah, yours are intensely personal a lot of the time. Does it worry you that you wear your heart on your sleeve because the emotion that gave birth to the song is not necessarily the emotion that still persists in your soul and heart by the time the song comes out, and everybody then imprints the song on you and says, Sinead's feeling this way?
No, because you can write very personally and at the same time be quite vague. I mean, I heard a quote once which I really like, which said, "What if one woman told her story, the whole world would break open?" So you have to be very careful about the information you do give, because people don't necessarily know how to respect that information. But I was going to say, one thing I do notice about writing songs is that you can often write a song and it can feel very personal in a certain time, but you won't discover until a year after you wrote it what it's really about. You'll find them coming true in your life after you've written them. Your subconscious often writes songs, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is I'm saying to myself sometimes, but then years later I'll realise what the song was about.
Yeah, I was talking to a woman on the radio
So
during
that
the
they're
week
always true.
who was
You
interpreting
gotta watch
dreams,
out
and
for
she
that
says your
one.
dreams are telling you things,
Yeah.
and you don't necessarily know what
Yeah.
they're telling you.
We are heartbroken to report you the untimely passing of Shane MacGowan. The Portuguese singer Shane MacGowan has been under intensive care for the past few months, and he died at the age of 65. Shane MacGowan is famously known for performing the Viatel Christmas song. Shane MacGowan will forever be remembered for bridging the gap between the traditional Irish folk music and punch rock. He died on Thursday, and his death was reported by his family in a statement. Our thoughts goes out to his family and loved ones, and may his soul rest in eternity. Send your condolence messages in the comment section, and remember to keep them respectful. You are watching Touch News Media, and please consider subscribing and turning on the bell so that you don't miss out on any videos that we upload. I love you guys, and stay safe. Bye bye.